Good morning, and thank you, President Peterson and Provost Brass. Thank you very much. I want everyone to know just how honored I am to be with all of you on this very, very special day. To the graduates, to all of you, I say congratulations. You came, you saw, and you conquered Georgia Tech. You've earned a diploma that commands wonderful, great respect, both here in this country and all across the globe. And this day, graduates, is all about you. It is not all, but not only is it about you, others have been also on your side, cheering you on, paying your bills, thinking of your professors and teachers. So, the dear family and friends, and of course, your parents, they share your incredible pride, they share your excitement, and yes, they share your relief this morning. So graduates, I think it would be fitting, very fitting now, if all of you stand. If all of you would stand up, please, and honor those that are all here to honor you. Give your parents and all your family a big applause. Give them a big, warm applause. Thank you. I'm deeply honored by my honorary doctorate, in part because of the wonderful, wonderful history shared between Georgia Tech, this great institution, and that across the road, Coca-Cola. Georgia Tech was chartered in 1885. The following year, on May 8, 1886, Dr. John Pemberton served his very first Coca-Cola, just a few blocks from here. And arguably, Coca-Cola came first because Georgia Tech actually did not open for classes until the fall of 1888, which means Tech students have always been able to turn to Coke for delicious refreshment and uplift. For our part, Coca-Cola has richly benefited as a great, being neighbors of this great, great institution. Indeed, I've been privileged to work alongside many exceptional alumni of Georgia Tech, including John Brock, Mike Duke, Jim Terry, the late John Farrell, and Brent Hasty, and many others. There's just so many connections between us. The legendary golfer, Bobby Jones, was a proud Georgia Tech alumnus, and of course, a Coca-Cola bottler at the same time. Varsity founder Frank Gordy dropped out of Georgia Tech before he began serving Cokes at his world-famous chili dogs in 1928. And of course, the Varsity has been a very, very Tech favorite place since then. To be sure, much has changed. A lot has changed since the horse and buggy days back in those days when our foundings started in the 1880s. Coca-Cola has gone from a one drink, one location to 3,500 products sold in over 207 countries, invited into people's lives more than 1.9 billion times every day. We continuously strive to create social value in the communities that we proudly serve, with a strong focus in 3 areas where we hope to make a difference. 3 areas that Georgia Tech has taken also an important leadership position. Those are women, water, and well-being. In terms of women, we're working to enable the economic empowerment of 5 million women entrepreneurs by 2020 outside of the walls of the Coca-Cola Company. 5 million. That is the largest program for women empowerment in the world undertaken by a commercial enterprise. In water, thank you. Thank you. In water, we're moving to become water neutral by 2020 again, accounting and ensuring that we give back every single liter we use through reduction by technology, through recycling, and through replenishment. And we use quite a bit of water. Right now, about 400 billion liters. By 2020, more than 500 billion liters. That will be all given back to become water neutral. The first company, business system of our size to make a commitment to become water neutral in every country where we operate. In well-being, we're committed to offering both low and no-calorie drinks in all markets, putting calorie counts on a voluntary basis in the front of packs, marketing responsibly, and supporting an active, healthy lifestyle program in every single market where we operate, again, by 2020. This is a journey. Certainly, we don't have all the answers. But with bright young minds like those sitting here in this great hall, that are being groomed, we know that we'll get there. Tech, too, has been transformed, adding so many new majors and adding students from more than 100 nations. And yet, with all that transformation, the core of who we are has not changed on either side of the avenue. Coca-Cola is still selling moments of affordable refreshment and pleasure with our 500+ brands, from all kinds of products, not just Coca-Cola, to Simply Juices, Vitamin Water, Honest Tea, just to name a few. And Georgia Tech is still educating the next generation of dreamers, doers, and leaders. That's the core. Which brings me back to all of you, graduates today, this morning. Never before has a generation had more promise, more potential, or more power to change our world for the better than this generation. In ways large and small, macro and micro, at a societal level or at a personal level. The invention, the engineering, technological progress of recent years has actually created a new set of advancement tools, information tools, connection tools, creation tools. And those tools, all of those and more, are in your hands today. The question is, what are you going to do? What are all of you going to do? That is the question, graduates, for every generation. And indeed, in the 19th century, Georgia Tech's first motto, as you know, was to know, to do, to be. Knowledge being the foundation, always. Action and accomplishment to follow the first, knowledge. And we are ultimately defined by what we all do as individuals, not by what we think, not by what we feel, not by what we say, but what we do. And what all of you will do as graduates of this great institution is the question that all of you have to decide. What am I going to do as graduates of this great institution? For now, that future, that horizon, stretches out before you like an untrodden field of snow, fresh. And I believe you will do great things with what you have in your hands. On your watch, on the watch of this group here that is graduating this morning, the pace of human progress is going to increase exponentially. in technology, in medicine, in communication, in manufacturing, in agriculture, in societal developments. And Georgia Tech graduates, you are going to lead the way. You will lead the way. Never forget that. Not just armed with the great diplomas that you are going to get, but with the vast knowledge that each of those documents represent. Indeed, wherever I travel around the world, and I travel every week, I can tell you that the most important cabinet ministers that I meet when I deal with governments are not the ministers of economy or trade or foreign affairs, but they're the ministers of education who truly, truly hold their nation's futures in their hands. And graduates, I believe very much in you and in this great generation. Not only because you have the tools that I've mentioned, because you have the head and you have the heart. That's an awesome combination. Yours is the most engaged, yours is the most altruistic, most informed, most technologically savvy, entrepreneurial generation in the history of our planet. No question about that. You believe the world can be a better place. And you believe that you have a place in how it's going to get better. As the first truly global generation, you have as much common with graduates from Beijing or Rio as you do from a school in Athens that remains nameless. And your generation is starting new businesses, other endeavors, at an incredible pace that the world has never seen. So you are optimistic, are you? You are global, you are entrepreneurial, you are creative. What a powerful combination. So a few words of advice, counsel from someone who admittedly still clings to his BlackBerry. Number one, never forget, nothing is more important than personal relationships. So never eat alone, never break bread alone, always do it with someone. Never stop making new friendships. And never, never stop nurturing the ones that you have, building on those. So as you all go out from here, keep in touch with the friendships, with the relationships that you have, both with the faculty and with all your friends, everybody that you've met here in the last 4 years. Second, stay humble. Carry your own bags, both metaphorically and literally. Third, remember that one-time success is important, but the most important thing is repeating success. And repeating success is not easy. How many Olympic gold medalists do we know who've won successive golds in many successive Olympic Games? Repeating success is the key. And success, in a way, the best way that I think about success is making a promise into the future without a predetermined outcome. Fourth, build a respect, abiding respect for cash. Keep some on you all the time. And I mean this because I believe that one of the issues that we've had in the crises that we've gone through in 2008 is because we've lost respect for cash. It's really important. Fifth, learn something new every day. Keep growing, because you're either growing or losing ground. There's no standing still. And everybody in the world today, everybody needs growth. Every nation needs growth. Every business needs growth. Every university needs growth. Sustainable growth, but growth. And every individual needs growth. And that can happen by keeping to learn every day. Next, take care of the job at hand. Next job will always take care of itself. But focus on what you have to do and do it well. Next, please always, it's not easy, but reject doubt, fear, and cynicism. All three are corrosive. And there's enough of that in the world already. Instead, whatever you do, do with all you have. Passion. Your head, your heart, and passion. And that is going to make, never forget, that will make all the difference. And lastly, please never forget that a commencement is not an end, but it is the beginning. It's the door to the future, swinging widely open before you. Step through that with confidence and with also purpose. You've arrived here with great promise, each and every one of you. You've now been very well equipped with that document and with that incredible knowledge and with the relationships that you've built. And you're leaving at this time a vast, vast, vast change and opportunity. The world, for its part, this planet, is counting on you to deliver. And I have every single confidence as I stand here before you humbly that you will succeed in making this planet a better one. Thank you so much for having me this morning. Thank you.